KSK Sports here, and this is my argument in my case for Shedeur Sanders being the QB1 for my Cleveland Browns in 2026. Okay, Exhibit A. Shedeur Sanders went 3-4 as the Cleveland Browns starter. Everybody else on the Cleveland Browns roster was 2-8. You split that between Joe Flacco and Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur was 3-4. Also, Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco did not win a singular road game for the Cleveland Browns in 2025. Shedeur Sanders won his debut, which was the first. He was the first rookie Browns quarterback to win in their rookie debut since 1995. It was Eric Zaire. I didn't even know who Eric Zaire was, honestly, before I knew about that particular stat. So that's just crazy that it's been 31 years, 30 years, since a Browns quarterback making their debut for the Cleveland Browns won in their first start. That's just crazy to think about. All the Browns quarterbacks that they funneled through, all of them lost their debut for the past 30 years, except for Shedeur Sanders. I mean, if that's not legendary, I don't know what is. All right, let's keep going on. Shedeur Sanders, he threw for, in one singular game, he threw for the most passing yards out of any rookie. And mind you, Shedeur Sanders did not have any reps with the ones at all during the entire process until he got thrust into the game in a Baltimore game because of a concussion to starting quarterback at the time, Dillon Gabriel, a.k.a. Dollar General. Shedeur's thrust into action. Didn't look particularly good, but how would you look good if you never got any reps with the starters? Imagine you didn't study anything for a test, and they were just like, hey, we're going to have a pop quiz today over stuff you never covered. You probably not do very well in that scenario. That's essentially what Shedeur Sanders was thrust into in a Baltimore game. You have a stingy defense in Baltimore, one of the best in the NFL, and Shedeur wasn't getting any reps with the ones even when he was the backup. Crazy to think about. Even Kevin Stefanski was like, we need this rookie to get all the reps with the ones. You would think at that point, you're having two rookie quarterbacks, that you might want to throw Shedeur a bone and, give him 2-3 plays at the end of practice with the reps, with the ones, just in case something happens to Dillon Gabriel, which happened. Concussions happen in football. He got an injury. Shedeur's thrust into the fold. See, that's kind of the reason why Kevin Stefanski is no longer the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Just his mismanagement of the quarterback position. All right. So Shedeur gets in. He wins his debut. Shedeur throws for 364, which was more than any rookie quarterback in a single game. That week, he won Rookie of the Week. So let me just lay it out for you. So Shedeur had the single best game from a rookie quarterback this season, 364. He was Rookie of the Week. Okay? And that was just his third week of reps with the ones. Mind you, all this time, he has a coach actively not vibing with him, actively who really didn't want him to be the starting quarterback. Mind you, Kevin Stefanski before the season was talking about Shedeur having a redshirt season. What? The best quarterback on a roster shouldn't play the whole year? Why not? Now, if there was an established starter with the Cleveland Browns that was ahead of Shedeur, that would have made more sense. But you had Joe Flacco and Dillon Gabriel for the Shedeur. It's just crazy to think about in hindsight that he was sitting behind two quarterbacks who combined for 2 wins against 8 losses. That's just crazy to think about. But, all right, whatever. Shedeur, he, it was up and down for Shedeur, but that just comes with being a rookie quarterback. And he had so many injuries to deal with. He lost his running back in Judkins. At the end of the year, his security blanket and his favorite target, Harold Fannin, was lost to a groin injury. He did not play like the second half of the Pittsburgh game. Actually, 3/4 of the Pittsburgh game. I think he got injured, re-aggravated his groin in the first quarter, so he was out for the entirety of that game, the last 3/4, and also the last game of the year against the Cincinnati Bengals. So his security blanket was lost. His starting running back, Junkins, a fellow rookie, was lost. They had a decimated offensive line, and on top of that, they had the worst receiving core in the NFL. But Shedeur's just supposed to go out there and he's just supposed to overcome that, which he did do to a degree. The Cleveland Browns did win their last 2 games. Okay, Exhibit B. Shedeur Sanders was the only Browns quarterback this season, well, 2025, to win games against divisional foes. The Browns ended up 2-4 inside the AFC North. So Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, a combined 0-4 against divisional opponents. Shedeur Sanders against divisional opponents, 2-0. So isn't the main objective for the Cleveland Browns to win the AFC North? So you got a quarterback going into 2026 who was undefeated against teams inside of your division. But you're talking about bringing in another quarterback. What? Another quarterback? Bringing in what? Malik Willis, he's going to cost you too much. Daniel Jones coming off an Achilles. Mac Jones, not really a starter. And I don't know what he looks like outside of the San Francisco system. You can put Shedeur Sanders in that system. He'll throw 300 yards a game as well. So, no, I don't want Mac Jones. I don't know if he's a good quarterback or not, or if it's just the system. Everybody looks good in that San Francisco system. Jimmy Garoppolo looked good once upon a time, and we know that he's trash. So I'm just saying, Shedeur Sanders in a new system with a competent coach. I'm not sure Cavs fans he's a great coach. People say he's a great coach. I don't believe he's a great coach. If you're a great coach, you should be able to develop your rookie quarterbacks better than you did. Maybe Dylan Gabriel is a good quarterback and he was just under the tutelage of a guy that's a terrible evaluator of talent and also a terrible at developing quarterbacks. Just saying, man. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. All right. Furthermore, Shedeur Sanders 2-0 against your divisional opponents. He won 2 games on the road. A rookie quarterback winning 2 games on the road. All right, so he won 2 divisional games, 2 road games. There are only 2 divisional games that you won this year for account to Shedeur Sanders. There are only 2 road wins on the year. His debut in the last game of the year in Cincinnati attributed to Shedeur Sanders. So I'm just saying there's a lot of positive for Shedeur. I'm making a case for Shedeur because, people, like Jason Lloyd, Dan Labb, Mary Kay Cabot, Tony Grossi, inside of Cleveland media. It's crazy that people in Cleveland media are so negative towards the possible starting quarterback. Some of these jokers are talking about Shedeur shouldn't even be on the team, that he should be cut. Like, what? You want to cut the guy who got your only 2 road wins this year? You want to cut the guy that got your only 2 division wins this year? The Browns were 2-4 in the division. They were 2 in, I think they were 2-6 on the road. So Shedeur won your only 2 road games and your only 2 division games that you won this year. I mean, you just have to call out the BS narratives when you hear them from Cleveland media. And I've made videos about legacy media in Cleveland being terrible. And I mean, I don't need to dive in, and that's topic for a different video. We're talking about the argument for Shedeur in 2026. Okay, so Shedeur, 2 division wins, 2 road wins, 364, 1 in his debut with the Cleveland Browns, the first quarterback to do that. Okay, I'm just saying, man, there's a lot to like in Shedeur Sanders. He's great with the fan base. He's great inside of the community. He is a leader of men. That's what you want from your quarterback. Wrist up all day, baby. I wish I had my watch on right there. But yeah, that's all I have on this one. I think I made a compelling case for Shedeur Sanders. I'm just saying, if you look past EPA and you look past QBR, I mean, look, there were There are rookie quarterbacks who had low passer ratings and low EPA and low QBRs in their rookie seasons, but you saw something with them. John Elway, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning all had low passer ratings, or they had high interception totals, or they had low EPAs in their rookie season. They turned out to be Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Now, I don't know what Shedeur's trajectory is, but I'm just saying, for you to cast aspersions just based on Shedeur's stats in his advanced analytics without its proper context is just dangerous. I think you have something in Shedeur. You need to get the most out of Shedeur, and I believe Shedeur has what it takes to be a franchise quarterback for my Cleveland Browns. I just wholeheartedly believe that, and as a Cleveland Browns fan, I'm excited for the prospects of Shedeur Sanders going into 2026. Get the right coach, nail the draft, get him some offensive linemen, get him some receivers, and let's wrist up. Wrist up time, baby. Let's go. Let's be legendary in 2026. All right, KSK Sports rolling out. Like and subscribe. Help your boy get to 400 subs. Here we go. Brownies. Here we go. Let's go. All right, I'm rolling out. Peace.